So who is buying all the Supras? Specifically, the stock looking Mark IV Supras. Well, I do a lot of window shopping on the internet. And I noticed on eBay, if you put the filter from highest to lowest price-wise, you'll see a bunch of Supras in the six-figure range. But a lot of those were listed by the same company, Diamond Motor Works. So I had to do some research and figure out who they are. And that's what we're going to be talking about this video. So let's go ahead and start. So I wanted to see why somebody would be focusing on Toyota Supras. So I pulled out my calculator, got some information from the internet, and used the VINs and pretty much found out some pretty good information. So let's take this specific example of the 31,000 mile 1994 Toyota Supra 6-speed. It sold on January of 2022 for $124,456. Now, Bring a Trailer assesses a 5% or max cap $5,000 buyer's fee. So that's going to bring up the total to $129,456. Now, currently, Diamond Motor Works has the vehicle for sale at $179,800. So if the dealership sold that, they would net profit or profit, depending on how everything works out, around $50,000 plus or minus. With this math, would be $50,344. Now, a couple of factors that I noticed is that on the website for the dealership, they do not mention a garage, a workshop, or any type of mechanical services. I've also noticed that this particular vehicle does not have any additional noticeable miles. And the reason why that means something is that if some of the dealerships, what they'll do is they'll get nice cars or they'll get sports cars, and sometimes people drive them, general managers, owners, they'll drive them around for a while and just enjoy them. But it looks like they're buying these vehicles and they're putting them for sale, and they're keeping the miles the same as they bought them before. So all the figures I'm talking about are like assumptions and just getting the data off the internet. I could be missing a lot of things because I'm sure running a business incurs a lot of cost. But anyways, let's talk about a couple things that I am going to assume about. I don't see a service center, so I'm assuming that the correlation with the low mileage and the lack of a service center means that they're really relying on the buying process being important for the selling process for the business. Meaning that they want to make sure that they find a really good Supra that has been well maintained, documented, has low mileages, and that honestly won't really need anything. And then they post it for sale, and hopefully, the new seller enjoys the car and doesn't run into any mechanical issues. Also, taxes are structured a lot different for businesses and dealerships specifically. So the normal individual like you and I, if we go buy a car from a private seller, we have to pay our county taxes or our sale taxes, and that's a whole different thing than what a dealership has to. They have to pay taxes, but it's really not the same setup as with a regular person. So I was wondering who's so interested in Supras, and from my understanding, I looked at all the dealerships I could around just everywhere, and this dealership itself has 6 Supras, I believe, for sale right now, and they're all Mark IVs and mostly stock and really good looking cars. And I was asking myself why. And so I read the About Us page, and I saw that the founder, immediately within the first sentence of his introduction, or introducing himself in a paragraph, he said that the Toyota Supra is one of his he's a big fan of the car. It's, the Mark IV twin turbo. And then what's funny is then he talks about, where he graduated from and everything else. But it was the Supra that really was the first statement he made. So from my understanding, the founder of this dealership and the person who runs it, they love Supras. And this dealership doesn't just sell Supras. They sell some awesome other cars, from 458s to G-Wagons to everything, some really nice cars. But it was interesting that out of all the things that the dealership About Us founder could have said, it just mentions the Supra, and it makes sense. So anyways, it seems like these guys know what they're doing, because all these Supras are in really good condition and they're really nice looking, and it looks like they're picking low mileage, all original Supras. And it's kind of neat that somebody's building a business model around their passion. All right, guys, I thought this was interesting. You guys stay safe, stay tuned, and we will talk to you soon.